everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. So I'm here with another idea of how to display the beautiful best dressed note cards. So I made a huge pile and I've been thinking of different ways to store them. So here's another idea, and it's just a simple box, but it's very beautifully decorated, and all we have to do is undo the bow like so. I've tied it in 2 knots. So undo it like so, and then it will lift up like so, and we've got your lovely notes inside. So I'm going to show you how it's done. So we've got a piece of cardstock here. This measures 4 3/4, I think. Yeah, 4 3/4 by, I believe, 8 3/4. Alright, so on the long side we're going to start and we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. 4 inch, 4 3/4, and 1, 2, 3, 8. Yeah, that's right, I think. Yeah, and then we're going to turn it around and score at 3/4 of an inch and 4 inch. And that's all you need to do. Super simple. Okay, so let's just move these out of the way because we don't need them. And then I'm just going to fold and burnish those lines. Okay, I should fold it that way, I suppose. I don't know if it really matters, in all honesty. Alright, so there we go. So what we're going to do now is we are just going to, very simply, all of the little squares, you've got 6 in total, are going to be flaps. So we just cut in up to the score line and we are going to notch each one of those 6 flaps. So we cut in up to release it from the cardstock, like so, and then we're going to notch them all. Alright, super simple, quite straightforward little DIY pizza box. You can buy these ready-made, but I always say, why buy it if you can make it yourself? That's what I think. And it's not like I'm short of cardstock or paper or anything, so there we go. And it's a super quick gift that you can knock up in no time. They're great for your craft fairs, they're great for teacher gifts, co-worker gifts, give them to your friends, give them to team members if you're a fellow demonstrator. You can send them in the mail because they're quite slim, so in the UK that would be a large letter. Alright, so then we're going to turn it over, and each one of these little flaps here wants some tape on. So I'm just going to shall I grab my tear tape? I'll grab my tear tape because it might be just a little bit faster. So this is for the sake of the video, I'm doing it really quickly. I would use wider tape or I would glue it. Alright, so on each little flap like that, fold them in and put your adhesive on that side there. Okay, hopefully it's not too glary. It's late evening, I'm trying to catch up with my tutorials, so I do apologise if the lighting's a little bit bright. I've got a massive lamp in front of me blaring. Right, so that's all of those, so then we can remove the tape. Okay, that one's just protruding over, so I'll just push it like so. Remove all of the backing on those. Okay, really easy. Crafting doesn't have to be complicated. I will leave all of the measurements over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and you'll find the link to the blog post for this project in the description box below. Make sure you click subscribe and press the notification bell. You should be trained by now, most of you are subscribed, but if you're new, click the subscription button. I'd love to see you again and again and again. So then we just going to adhere the tabs to the sides here, and we're lining up the straight edges. We're not lining up the tabs because we've cut them at an angle so that they don't protrude there, okay? And then on this one we're going to fold the middle one in and do the same, just press it from the inside. Alright, and then I'll show you a little trick that I like to do with this style of box, just to make it close nicer and look neater. Alright, so what I like to do is, so that will fold over like so, and it'll fit perfect every time, but you can end up a little bit gappy there. I don't like that. So what I do to solve that problem slightly is I will just cut that at an angle and just nip that corner off, and then when it shuts it doesn't seem as gappy. Alright, but we're going to give it a lovely ribbon closure. Alright, I just fold that over like so. Alright, it's not quite as gappy, and then when we've got our ribbon it just looks a little bit of a neater finish. Right, so we're going to cover it with some DSP. I'm using the Best Dressed because that's the suite I'm working with over the next couple of days to find things to put these little note cards in that I've made. Alright, so I've got some of the Best Dressed DSP. It's got makeup on one side and this lovely bold flower on the other. I'm going to use my little trimmer. And this cuts to 3, we want 3 by 3. Alright, so 3 by 3. I love this little thing, it's awesome. If you want one of these, then you need to join Stampin' Up during celebration and you'll get one of these for free. So if you want to be a demonstrator, you're more than welcome to join my team. If you want more information, you can email me at amandacharles08@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook. I like to chat to people, so it's not a problem. Send me a message. Right, so I'm going to glue the DSP on the top and the bottom, even though you might not see the bottom. I just think it's nice to do it on both sides. And I love this. Let's see which one's the brightest. I like that one with the big pink flower there. So that's going to be my top. Okay, my top is the ones with the little, where I've just trimmed the edges there now. Okay, give that a press. I've used just basic cardstock, Whisper White. I've not used the thick. The thick would give you a sturdier box, but it's just a frugal little gift. It doesn't have to be, you know, you don't have to use your most expensive stuff. It's a good way of using up scraps of DSP because you only need a little bit. 3 by 3 squares is all you need. Let me just get that on straight. Alright, and that just makes that plain white cardstock look lovely. So I'm going to put some note cards in. I showed you these on a previous video. I'm going to put 2 of each. 2 of each in. Save those for another day. Okay. So these are my little note cards. I'll leave the suggested video that follows this one will show you these note cards. They're so simple to make. I didn't do a tutorial, I've just done a show and tell. They are that easy because they're ready made. Right, so that's my little box done, but we want to finish decorating it. So I'm using some scraps of card up here. And I've got my block, and I'm using the Dress to Impress stamp set, and I'm going to use this one here, which says kindness is always in style, which is absolutely true. It costs nothing to be nice to people. I think some people could do with a voucher for it. Just be nice, it's not hard. Right, so I'm going to stamp that there, okay, and I'm using Melon Mambo, this lovely bright colour. Okay, doesn't matter that it's a little bit wonky because I'm now going to punch it out with my Timeless label punch. Now this punch is a little bit too long for the sentiment, so I'm going to show you a little trick. So I'm going to stamp it, punch it out with the sentiment lined up to the far left of the punch, okay? So it's going to look like it's too big, alright? So see how we've got this bit here that's a little bit big. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to just attach my, shall I do it that way? Just make sure that the ink's dry first. Stick it on there. Alright, just fold it over to protect it, and then you can, is it that way? That way. Stick it back in, all the way back in. Alright, you can line it up and you can then re-punch it. Okay, just line it up and just take your time. Just let me get it right. I don't want to make a mess of it. Let me just line that up right. Hold on a minute. Just takes a few minutes, but you know, it works. I'm concentrating now. The pressure. There we go. And then you remove the sticky note and you've got a smaller shape than the original. Alright, really easy. You've probably seen that done a million times, but I always like to think that there might be somebody out there that's new to crafting and doesn't know, so I will always share it what I can. So I've got a bit of sponge here, and I'm just going to just flick around the edge of that just to give it a nice soft look. Bob that to one side, let's put that away. And then I've got this beautiful ribbon, which is actually part of the Parisian one, Sweet, whose name I've forgotten. But it's a metallic edge ribbon and it's absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my ribbon first, I think. Alright, so I want it, I can never remember which way around this goes. It goes like that. Like that. Okay. Let me just remind myself how it goes. So round there first. Alright, and then up there. So we're going around. So basically you go in, I always get confused when I do this. So you're going across there, okay, round the back and over there. And then you'll come round and tie it in a bow here. Alright, sometimes I get myself a little bit confuddled when I'm doing it. I remember one time being at a crafty event with one of my Stampin' Up friends and she just did it and I was like, I was really confused until I tried it and then I was like, oh right, yeah, okay. So I'll just tie that in a double knot just so that it holds it in place for me, and then I'm going to try and do just a little hand done bow. You can cheat, you can do a fake bow and glue it on, you can do what you want. I'm just going to hopefully it'll just go nice for me and just behave and not make me have a mental breakdown. Alright, that's not bad, we'll go with that. And then I just like to cut my tails at an angle. I've got something sticky on those scissors. Let me get some different ones. Let me get my embroidery ones. They need cleaning. I'll just get some hand sanitizer or something with alcohol on. I've just got a little bit of sticky on my blades of my scissors there. So let me use these and trim it a bit better. Okay. That's better. Alright, so that's my bow done. Hopefully I'm still in shot. And then I've just got some Stampin' Dimensionals here. Super simple. Couple of those. Alright. This is such an easy little box to make. You can obviously adjust just that size of the main panel there to fit 4x4 cards in. Just make it 4x4 instead of 3x3. Well, I'd do 4 1/4. Alright, so there we go, that's that on, and then I can't help but just add a little bit of sparkle on there just to give it an extra lift, and I'm loving these champagne rhinestones at the moment. So there we go, we've got a lovely, lovely, tidy looking little box made in no time, super, super frugal, doesn't take a lot of supplies. Go and give it a go. I'll leave all the measurements over on my blog, scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and all the supplies that I've used, and that is another way to gift those little note cards. Thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you soon, bye.